evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL. We're back here again for Monday Night NASCAR. We're here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for race 15 of 33. It's the Charbroil 300. As always, here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I am excited to, be in the home of motorsports, Charlotte, with the, I was going to say, with the, why do I want, NSRL. I don't know why I was getting so confused on what the name was. I'm like, we've been here for like 2 years.
They love us.
The SRL, Sim Racing League,
NASCAR
every
Sim
league
Racing,
has
yes.
that, right? Like NSRL.
Yeah, so we're here for the Charbroil 300. 200 laps tonight, 2 laps qualifying. Stage 1 at the end of lap 45, stage 2 at the end of lap 90. 3 green-white checkers, 5 total tire sets, an estimated fuel run of about 60. Let's just call it 58 to 62. 60 nice and easy to remember. 0 fast repairs as always for these drivers. And we'll go ahead and get right into qualifying. Got some drivers making their debut here this evening. I know Jeff Johnson will be one of them. I don't think he is. Where'd he end up? I don't know if he. I saw him here, so he's going to be new in the 7 machine. Cody McCorkle. I feel like I've seen that name before. In the 83, also below the cut line. We'll be needing to race his way in, and then we'll have Dean Thompson in the 60 machine here the evening. And yes, that is the Dean Thompson that you see race Saturdays in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. It's cool to see him come over here. Hopefully, we'll put on a good show for him and his fans tonight. But yeah, I don't think we've ever had too many real life racers venture over to the Y&J Media channel. Maybe a time or two, but so that's always cool to see, and good to see for the health of the league in general, because these guys, they do a phenomenal job week in and week out of the racing, so they deserve the most, and happy to see it continue to grow and improve.
Like, we've definitely had our fair share of lower series and or weekly series, not NASCAR weekly series, but, guys who go out and run dirt, run asphalt. We've had a couple ARCA guys.
I guess I should just reiterate NASCAR proper then.
Yeah. I mean, ARCA still. Like, we've had Brayton Laster,
that's fair.
Like, we're
had our canceled on Twitter, boys. We said ARCA wasn't real NASCAR. It's over. It's all over. Shout out Joshua Chrisman for sending me the beautiful number file for the 15 machine of Michael Lawton. His first lap will be good enough for P4. Zach Lindgren, the man they're all chasing, 29.585. Speaking of Chrisman, he is hitting P2 at the moment as they run. Let's go on board with Dean Thompson for his first lap at speed in the M&N series.
You would assume he's got an advantage
because he was here on Saturday. See what he could throw down in the sim for his first lap will be good enough for P17. He's running up by the wall. Should get a good run down the back straightaway. And then diving it into the low line. Nearly picture perfect there on that blue and white apron. Flat to the floor through the tri-oval. Dean Thompson, second lap. P14 for the 60 machine. Oh, and Elliot Henderson's going to go around on his outlap even. He's trying to get that thing fired off, and he'll have to reset it. The drivers highlighted in red. The drivers that have to qualify their way in on time. Steve Herring, Richard Pruitt looking a bit in danger. So what, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 36, 37, 38, 39. So there's 41 as it stands. We'll send 3 home unless we get another addition. So Herring, Pruitt, Bowruff in trouble. Jeff Johnson by 29 hundredths of a second over Bowruff, the cutoff right now. Joseph Madigan, his first lap. He's put in some good results. He's P15. As Jeremy Brown top of the board by 1/1000th of a second over Zach Lindgren. How about that? Madigan, though, 15th quickest. On his first lap. Looks like his second lap going to be good enough by about 1/10 of a second. His times are all over the place. Drivers in red on their second lap trying to lay down a good time. Walker Thomas, he should be able to put in a good lap. Dustin Kleba, I believe, will have to qualify his way into the race. So the cut line is ever-changing. 3 home as it stands. I think it adjusted from where it just was. Let's take a look here. Next page is Burkett in danger. Burkett. Now it's still Bowruff, Pruitt, and Herring. Gap 300ths of a second from Johnson to Bowruff. Kleba's first lap good enough for P10. So he will be racing this evening. Nathan Yarnell, Jackson Sims comfortably in on their points. Yarnell, 33rd quickest on his first lap. Kleba goes to second quickest. 300ths of a second from Jeff Johnson to Donovan Bowruff. Jackson Sims about to take the green flag as Yarnell finishes his second lap. Yarnell goes from 33rd to 18th. Good improvement there. And we'll follow Jackson Sims in the Roku machine. A lot of red on that board. And even, there are front row tonight. Get drivers below the top 30 in points. Showing out 4 in the top 10 itself, 5 in the top 15. Jackson Sims not one of them. Having a solid start to his season. Opening half of the season just about. He'll put it 16th quickest on lap number 1.
So we're not going to get a time out of Diego Rodriguez?
We are not. So it'd be 38, 39, or 39, 40, 41. So 3 going home. I believe he was one of them, as a matter of fact. Jackson Sims second lap, P2 by 700ths of a second. So at the death, he made a run at it. Let me double check the points because that would be big for Donovan Bowruff.
Because the way that they do the names is they will take and, you know, shorten them so it's only last names for me, like nicknames in the league. Diego Rodriguez, that's his full name. It's sitting there, so I assume he's not, you know.
Yeah, so he was 54th in points. He's only made a couple of starts, so he would be gone. And then it'd be Steve Herring and Richard Pruitt. Bowruff would race, as a matter of fact, because Rodriguez did not get a lap time in.
Man.
So it should be Steve Herring, Richard Pruitt, Diego Rodriguez, and we'll have our action alerts here. And it should pop up shortly once Chris Claude makes the final call. Got our warm-up on, and Steve Herring manual disconnect, Richard Pruitt, and then I think Rodriguez. The other one's in danger. Don't see anything coming through yet. Warm-up time, so we'll remind you again about the YJ 1100 coming up in just under 2 weeks now. 2 weeks from last Saturday. We got the Indy 500 and the Coke 600 are running the double. On June 13th, got the Indy 500 qualifying. On June 6th, you got the pinned link there from Art in the Twitch chat. And then we have the sign up form and then the Discord link as well. So, highly encourage everyone to come out for that. It should be a good time for everybody. And we should actually have more announcements as we get closer to date on that. I know we're close, but yeah, so there's Richard Pruitt in the 24 machine. Steve Herring with the manual disconnect, and then Rodriguez should be the only other one. We will have our full 38 tonight. With the final 5-minute warm up in here, should see a good mix of some Memorial Day schemes in the field. Obviously, the long weekend, Memorial Day today, honoring those who sacrificed everything for the freedom of their country. We should also see a healthy mix. I know we already saw one with Jeff Johnson of some Kyle Busch schemes here and there. Obviously, just a difficult weekend for NASCAR in general. Just a tough situation, no other way around that. But honoring the legacy of Kyle Busch and as well as the Memorial Day this weekend. Just hard. I mean, there's no other way. I can't. The more you look at it, it's just truly heartbreaking all the way around. But it's
been a tough time.
Looking at the way that how he raised his son, how he loved Brexton. Looking at the race yesterday, and then Kyle Larson. I mean, it's just waterworks. I mean, but it's good. I mean, the community, NASCAR community, will rally around that family like no other. So I know that for certain. But we thank those that have given everything for their country, sacrificed for their country, for the freedoms to do even something as simple as talk about virtual race cars, and then obviously the freedom, just to do what we have here in America. And obviously our thoughts and prayers with the Busch family, his friends, the NASCAR community as a whole, and what he meant to this sport.
Man. It's hard to talk about because when I'm gonna use the warm up to talk about my childhood hero. As a 3-year-old when I got into NASCAR, and I'm not talking about Busch at the time, but I turned 3. A family friend introduced me to NASCAR. I was 3. I liked the 3 car. 3 car was awesome. I go to Daytona in 2000. I am an Earnhardt fan, and then tragedy. It even as a child, when you don't see your guy, it sucks. And I supported Junior because that's Junebug. Everyone loves Junebug. He was awesome, and that was part of it. But there became a new kid on the block. He was aggressive. He was rowdy. He was a lot of what you liked in a bad guy. And it just, putting on that kind of show, being a showman, doing the bow, just
From Vegas.
Everything. That, when Junior really stepped aside and it was clear that he, his career he was stepping out. Kyle Busch was my guy, and he has been, my number one since then. And it's just, I broke down crying because I was 11 when he was in NASCAR. Most of my life there has been an Earnhardt or a Busch in that, like
19,
all of
what was
my
that that you
life.
sent? 1977 or 1979?
1979. Is it like since 1979, there has been an Earnhardt or a Busch in a NASCAR race, and so yeah, literally all of my life. One of those two families, I have like, those have been my people,
I remember
and
crying when Kyle Busch wrecked Dale Jr. at Michigan. I grew up the biggest Dale Jr. fan, like, and he wrecked him at Richmond, and I was like, well, I will never like this guy. But then I think everyone really had the shift. It's like, oh, he's an RCR. He's a Chevy man now. We can root for him. Um, and he didn't, honestly, we sit here and say, oh, he didn't, he's Chevy, he's mellowed out, but it's like that man was beefing with Ricky Stenhouse. Who'd he put in the fence at Texas the other week? He dumped him on the last lap. It was good
oh
old
my,
Rowdy.
John Hunter Nemechek, wasn't it?
Nema truck. He junked him in the
Yeah.
fence, and he's like, "Here's why the SMT data. Here's why this says you're wrong, and you don't know how to drive." But that's just good old Rowdy, man. And you have to respect the talent that he brought to the table week in and week out. Like, I don't know how you like. The man had pneumonia, the severe sinus issues he was going through. It turned into pneumonia, which sepsis, which eventually put him in the hospital. He won the race on Friday, and the man was apparently, he didn't. He had no. He had. It's just so tough, all the way around to see that. But to see your childhood, like, oh, he didn't get to retire. It just hurts. I'm picking Mike McConville in the 8 machine with the Rowdy scheme. That's my pick to win tonight. Art, who you got?
I mean, we're gonna double stack it.
Very good.
I don't care. Like,
Jeff Johnson's my fallback in the 7 with the M&M scheme. So here we go. We got 200 laps. Gonna be a good show. The M&M boys always put on a great show. And here we go. Underway here at Charlotte. Michael Lawton starting from pit lane, but we do have all 38. Confirmation it was Diego Rodriguez, Richard Pruitt, and Steve Herring, the drivers that did not make this tonight's show. But unchanged for the top 7. Peters looking to complete the pass, but it's really as you were, and we'll look further back as they all hopefully make it through lap number 1. Sold out crowd, it looks like, tonight here in Charlotte. And let's quickly, we know who's not here. Let's quickly get rid of the red names. Oh, we fell back on that. We were on top of it last week. But everybody that's here is here. And there we go. Jeremy Brown has moved up into the podium spots.
We were busy chatting here for
I mean, there's
warm-up,
just,
so
it's a lot to talk about.
and it's not an easy conversation.
I almost wish Mike Joy, I know they did end up getting the Mike Joy tribute, but I really wish Mike Joy was here to talk us through it the whole week. And Dale Jr. was about as good as you're going to get, but the way Mike Joy handles himself, I think I've always appreciated that. Alan Bestwick,
Oh man,
when I think he did Dan Weldon's, or I don't know if he did, but whoever, I think somebody, I can't remember, it might have been Bestwick, I'm not sure, but, goodbye always sounds so final, so he always signed off with see you later, but then he's like, goodbye, Dan Weldon. Whoever made that call, I can't remember. I don't think it was Bestwick, but for some reason I'm attributing that to him. But I'll have to go look at that and get credit to Jerry Punch. I can't remember. We got some good battles early on. No Jeremy Brown up 2 spots early. Past past Dustin Clubbett and past Jackson Sims. 4 laps completed. We work lap number 5. Couple of movers up +3. That's going to be LaFrene, Yarnell +3, Aaron Mack +4.
it was Marty Reed.
Marty, that's right. Yes, Marty Reed. The way he handled, I remember the way he handled the Dan Weldon tragedy, and that has stuck with me.
Man,
5 laps completed here. Work lap number 6, unchanged at the top. Madigan has led all 5. Henry Brown closing in, though. Battle for the lead about to kick off here. And there it is. Battle for the race lead. Jeremy Brown looking very good here. Trying to rebound from a rough Dover race last week. We'll be working lap number 7 here. 6 laps completed. Brown will now look to the outside. They have switched a little bit. Brown will try and get that run off the higher lane. He's sliding, though, out of turn number 2. Will fall back just a little bit. As we are working lap number 7 here. And in honor of Rowdy, we'll do the silent lap here. Silent as we work lap number 8 in honor of Kyle Busch. It's tough, man. It's just so crazy, so young, so it's just hard to talk about, honestly.
Chrisman's been having.
Oh, that's gonna be Wishing. Oh, he nearly came back up in front of the field. What a fantastic save from Jared Wishing to not overcorrect in front of about 20 cars. Oh my goodness.
I do not know how he kept that car straight, but a save.
And he'll continue to race on. 53 looking fast. Ingham Moynihan. He's got a supporter in chat here. Ryan Honeycutt has been shot out of a cannon here in that 89 machine. He is +9. But I think that's been kind of a theme. I think we saw at Dover last week. He didn't get the best qualifying run in, but he quickly cut up through the field. Aaron Mack having a good run through the field. He's +8, as is Dean Thompson, taking a look at your biggest gainers. Jeff Johnson in his debut also up 7. Dean Thompson, the 2 debutantes, having a very nice performance as we're on board with the driver of the 60 machine. He's right behind Brandon Minto. He's under a bit of pressure from Aaron Mack as they're just kind of pushing each other through the field here a little bit. Battle for second here is Brown. He's had that little slide out of turn 2 now. Has fallen back a little bit to Walker Thomas, but really is about 2 car lengths from first to second and second to third. They are all right there. 12 laps completed here. Madigan has led them all. I think with Charlotte, the expectation is that we're going to see some just phenomenal racing most of the evening. So I'm excited for this week's doubleheader.
I think the thing I'm most excited about is the fact that there is no rain in the simulator.
We will get all scheduled laps in. Where did... Did they redo the track and that's why I lost it? Interesting. I thought we had more cameras for this track. I mean, the ones that we have now are working fine, but TrackCams22.com is such a big part of what we do to make the show look as good as it does, but the drivers have a big part in that as well, as poor Moynihan 3 wide. Jordan Smith. Looks like he got sent to pit road for a connection thing, because once we clicked on him there, we saw him blinking. He's back there on pit lane. He's down and away and manually disconnected.
Interesting. She's got a lot of action here around Mooney.
Just look at this hornet's nest. Lafreniere nearly up into the fence there. 16 laps completed.
McConville, he's looking. He wants to peak 3 wide.
Right behind Chrisman, and that is the 86 of Dustin Kleba. Second start this evening. And this was my thing. Again, I'm not the biggest Kyle Busch fan, but he was recently in the 8, but we'll always know him as the 18, so we'll do a silent lap here for lap 18. But it is, it's so tough. Like, that's just a part of my childhood. Like I said, I did not care for him for a large part of his career. When he wrecked Dale Jr. with 3 to go at Richmond, that was like, man, why would I ever root for you? But, just you have to respect the talent that he brought to the track week in, week out.
Yeah, just the impact that he even made with KBM, like the number of drivers in Cup who ran races for KBM, and KBM going into now what is Spire?
Yes, and what is that? It's just his impact on the sport. Winningest driver all time in NASCAR's top 3 Grand National Series. Just very, very impressive. And we got to crank it up, Redemption, so we'll go ahead and do that. Immediate. Good work from everybody to make it up through that crank it up segment. We saw poor Mike McConville. He was getting assaulted on both sides. Gabriel Lafreniere on the outside and Dean Thompson. A little bit of contact with our very own Mike McConville. As Thompson now up 11 spots. Aaron Matt continues his solid performance, plus 10. Jared Wishon trying to recover after his early spin. You'll take a look. And made it all the way up to P10, down to P20, and has recovered 4 spots since that incident. here in the opening 24 and a half laps for him. Little Cody McCorkle, and that might have been Ross Brockman coming together a little bit there. Down the back straightaway. Battles throughout the entirety of this field. That's going to be Ethan Ball and Claude Furlan, Brock Packard right there. I mean, we're all the way back to 34th. Donovan Boruff. I didn't think he was going to make it into this show. But Rodriguez unable to get a lap time in. And Boruff squeaks in, and he's battling away with Matt Mackin. And that's Jeff Johnson right there.
Oh, there!
Ooh, that's definitely Jeff Johnson right there.
Oh, my.
Battling.
Starts up.
Oh, and we talked about Boruff. He's in defense. Here's Rich Jett, and there's Michael Lott. And he started from pit lane. And he is finally caught up to the back of the pack as he doesn't have to worry about, he hadn't had to worry about any sort of traffic up until this exact moment. But he qualified just inside the top 15.
Boruff. We just have an uncanny ability to start talking about somebody and just
look at this. I mean, it's already so good. Look at this. We got Cody McCorkle, 3 wide, fellas. Cue the one all-star clip. Ah! There's the Darrell Waltrip scream. Ah! Oh, my goodness. It's uncanny. There's a 71 of Brandon Muir around the outside. He's trying to get in on this mix, and he's bringing a host of others with him. Hansen in a new scheme. He's honoring Kyle Busch in the 99 this weekend. Keith Black kind of right at, look if you're Keith Black, you're like, maybe I just kind of hang out for a little bit. Because you literally, he's sitting here 28th, and he can see all the way up to 15th. It's only 2 seconds in front of him. But what are you gonna do? You're not gonna drive through this whole field. Just give it a sec. Let it work itself out.
Like, are you going to get 18 spots? Or are you going to potentially lose your car before stage?
Right, like, you just got to let them in. There is no separation. Jeremy Brown coming back at Walker Thomas. The battle for P2 is kicked off again. Jackson Sims right there. Just always Jackson Sims and going to sneak a P2 at a stage there. Brown slides up right in front of Thomas. Takes second away. Joseph Madigan. Look at a complete 30 laps here. This time by. And he has led all of them. Comfortable out in front for the 66. And that looks similar to Madigan's number font, doesn't it? That's very similar. I wonder if they have any knowledge of one another. It looks very similar. Does he have anything on the back? Well, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, so we'll have to ask him about that.
But how do you have those connections?
Let me see here. Hang on. He has talked to me a couple times. What did I had something. Where's it at? I gotta find it. No, for some reason somebody has told me, like, oh, I work on this crew part-time, but it wasn't him. But he just apparently has, he's running the same sponsors and same number font as Dean Thompson, so. Very cool. We'll ask him about it if he's able. It's looking good so far. I mean, if he keeps it up, we'll get a chance to ask him.
I mean, that is the wonders of iRacing and the connections that you can build through here. Still waiting on Dale Jr. to accept my friend request.
I got Max Verstappen impending still. Hey, I one day turned 24 hours this year. I got a little something for you,
It's like, put me in the car with you. All right, I'll show you.
Listen,
I'll show you who the real Max is.
Oh boy, Max times 2. Team name's right there, Max Squared.
Max Squared.
No, but like just iRacing in general, right? I've raced with Dale Jr. I've raced with his spotter, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. TJ Majors, that's right. I raced with TJ Majors. I actually got wrecked off the front bumper of TJ Majors, and he was really like entirely disappointed in the block that I made to do that. I've actually gotten to race with Kyle Busch's spotter. I remember that, and it kind of just adds on to it. I had a phenomenal. Art, you were watching me. I was battling with Tony Hirschman.
Yeah.
And it was like, was it a Legends race or something? We were somewhere.
A Legends race.
And I mean, we were just nose to tail, and I ran out of fuel by like 2 laps. He's like, Max, what happened? I was like, I was super aggressive in the setup, and I miscalculated the fuel.
Man, that was your chance to get scouted.
But I had a phenomenal battle with Tony Hirschman on the service before. So iRacing is A-okay in my book.
I've had incredible battles with people who have day jobs.
See, that I'm on the other end of that, right? I feel like, I'm now the one with the day job. It's like I come home and all these, I'm trying to keep up and race, and I'm getting 4/10 dropped on my head a lap, and like, get this back marker out of the way. And I'm like, I'm just trying to do my 1 race a week, man. I don't know. Great, just phenomenal battles here. We got it right here for the stage. Mike McConville, that's 9th and 10th. Moynihan, 11th. Hoping they keep battling, as is Dustin Kleba.
McConville, big loose.
Back down to 10th, final singular stage point. Brown, Lindgren. Thomas back to P5. Is Jackson Sims P2 again?
Yeah.
Every week he's going to get second in at least one stage. Every week. It's just uncanny. Oh, we got a yellow further back in the field on the tri-oval. That's going to be Kingcott. Oh! Michael Lawton. Oh, no. Oh, Mackin! Split the middle. What on earth? And that is actually going to lead to a decision for these guys. Meatball flag for Lawton. He'll toe to pit road. Let's see here. Let's take a look.
Oh, they're 3 wide out of 4. It's going to start with Kingcott.
Yarnell, Aaron Mack, Claude Furlan, Kingcott. Oh, he gets a great run through the middle. Aaron Mack's right there. Slight contact, and it's just at a terrible angle. They're going to bounce off of that. He's going to let it roll, but, oh, man. Mackin splits the middle. On board with, let's go to Matt Mackin. My, oh my. Just gonna see that. Oh my goodness. Oh. So let's see the oh man. Oh, strategy call.
The leader.
Nobody went with him. Well, I mean, a handful did. So, it's gonna be what? 12 that he's gonna have to pass. Take a look here. It'll be 4 tires for everybody because they'll treat this like the end of stage 1. Bo Ruff looks like he missed his box. Honeycutt will lose a good bit of time here. He had a longer stop of 24 seconds, so hence the repairs. Same thing with Nick Hansen. So it's funny, Kleba to Yarnell all passed Ryan Honeycutt, and then they also all got passed by Donovan Boruff, who just he missed his box. And then Aaron Mack, King Cott, obviously, and then Lawton and Jordan Smith with huge damage.
Brockton Packer said refresh y'all's TO.
That's going to be trading paints, and we'll try that.
I didn't think we had issues. Maybe we did.
And Boruff, he's going to come back down, obviously, to get in his box. There he is. And that's going to be 4 in fuel for the 4. Trading Paints is doing the refresh right now. Wilco Jet coming back into top off. I figured out how it works, by the way. The caution cycle. I figured it out, and it's going to be super cool. So big loser there, Ryan Honeycutt. Looks like he had damage. Nick Hansen, a little bit of damage. You can see there the box time. Pit lane time, even. Boruff ends up -3 there. Aaron Mack a long stop. But he has damage as well. But Michael Lawton and King Cott still on pit road. King Cott will continue to be there. So we'll reset the stage. We'll get back going. Or we'll reset the pit order and it'll pop up next time we have a caution. There's going to be but 3 laps to go. And Madigan will be P15. So here we go. It's going to be 3 laps. I think Jackson Sims has got this. That's a lot to do in just 3 laps. He's going to get a great launch. Jeremy Brown, hang on to it. Oh, it's going to be a massive stack up. There's no way we make it. There is simply no way.
Oh, we got a caution. Oh, the 71 machine.
And it works like brilliance for Jackson Sims. If you're Madigan, you're probably... Actually, hang on. He's not going to get the stage points, but he did not burn any tires whatsoever. And he will be... Actually, Brad Peters will be P1. He was able to take advantage of that checkup. But all these guys that just pitted will get the track position. So it's actually not that bad. They didn't even have to do their 3 laps. Let's take a look, though. You said 71. And there's just a massive, massive checkup. And it's going to result in Ryan Honeycutt actually getting rid of the inside and turning the 471. Damn. Does not hit anything, though. That'll be a tough pill to swallow, though. He just bolted on a set of tires, and that will be the stage. We'll take a look here. You'll see a handful of drivers coming in. It should be down to Brad Peters. Yeah, everyone will come back. Yeah, so I'm curious. I'll ask Chris Claude how this will work. Because, obviously, that's going to be the stage. But will it be Madigan anyways? I'll ask him after the race. So a handful of drivers are going to stay out. And it's going to flip it. Boruff and Mir to 17th. So these guys are going to lose a lot of position. So what we have here, latest pit cycle. This is a phenomenal option. It's holistic position. So it takes into account drivers that stayed out on the racetrack. If we look at it at simply pit road position, right, it's not a big deal. Everyone's right here battling each other. Mackin missed his box. Henderson had a good one. He beats out Thomas. Jeremy Brown down a handful of positions there. But when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, they lost. Everybody lost out because the top 17 did not have to pit. But this will be lap 45 here. And so we'll get clarification. Because I know it's like, oh, normally it's the stage and we don't have this like split strategy. I'll have to get confirmation on that. Very specific thing here. Matt Mackin coming back in to get his box. That'll be our second, technically first cycle of pit stop. So it actually works out beautifully for these guys. Because they went about 400 feet and they threw the yellow, so didn't use anything there. So let's see here. I refreshed trading paints. Did it work for Mr. Packard? Yes, it did. He's running the M&M scheme. So glad I launched it before the race, but I guess it needed a second one. Rowdy forever, yes. I'm very glad that it did that. Very glad you were able to get that out to us. Thank you.
His scheme loaded for me, so I guess I didn't notice it because
I just, like I said, I launched it before we get in the server even, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, but a phenomenal first stage. Only the one caution. Brett King caught Michael Lawton. Looks like we drove 12 hours to get home just to be cut on lap 39. And him and Lawton both on pit road, so they'll both be there for lengthy repairs, trying to salvage something potentially. Aaron Mack, the third driver involved in that lengthy repairs, he's the only car one lap down, so he'll hope for another quickie yellow as Madigan gets us back underway for stage number 2.
I will say the field should be looking at, that 60 machine was already strong, making his way through the field.
Now he's got some track position.
Yeah, with the strategy they were going for it, manages to be here at the start of the stage.
Well, we got Minto, we got Brockman, Honeycutt, Ethan Ball, Corey Burkett. It flipped it almost in half. Because now you go, here's Jackson Sims, Chrisman, Lindgren was up there, Walker Thomas. They are now, it completely flipped, but they don't even have a tire advantage. They just lost track position outright. Oh, hang on to it. Just very unfortunate how that ended for them.
Yeah.
Because even, if we go green for those 3 laps, at least you can say that. Oh, we got 3 lap fresher tires, which is usually worth, a tad bit. You could at least cope a little bit to
it's
yourself.
worth something.
Right. But you got 30 feet, 300 feet of an offset. There's nothing there. So, yeah, they got a free pit stop there on you. That's tough. But yeah, I got Jeff Johnson all the way up here now to P7. It completely flipped the running order.
Oh, we get Wishing back up towards the front after, his ordeal.
Yeah. He's only +9, but it was a lot more than that. Oh, no, we got problem. Oh, we got 6 cars. Oh, and Lafrene's a heat-seeking missile. What on earth? It just kept going. Holy smokes. We're gonna go blimp cam for this one.
Oh my goodness.
Because there was literally 6 cars sliding through the grass. Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh no.
What on earth? Oh boy. There's 4. Okay, 6, pardon me, 5. We had 5 cars off through the grass. And he checks up and gets hit. So Lafrene checks up for the initial incident and then himself joins it because Furlan gets into the back bumper of him. But when we look at, it's going to be...
I believe the first car is going to be Ethan Ball.
Ethan Ball.
But it's 2 simultaneous incidences.
So he's going to be right in front of Zach Vaughn. He's going to go up, get a piece of the fence, and then Vaughn's going to get into him. But also, it's going to be... both all ball coasts. It's going to be Ethan Ball and Nick Hansen into the fence. So literally Yeah, both of the all-Balco team cars into the fence. And he's going to take himself and Zach Vaughn, and then Nick Hansen's going to take himself and Jackson Sims. I just saw in the background the initial shot, Lafrene just flying in. Terrifying. Aaron Mack, your lucky dog. Yeah, Vaughn went for a wild ride, and he's going to still come out P10. Because iRacing's like, wait a minute. I don't like how they do that, truthfully. That's like the one thing I feel like they could improve is the caution logic. Because, look, he is absolutely sideways. We'll see if we get any takers for pit road. I doubt it. Obviously, the guys at the back. We have officially lost King Cott, so Michael Lawton could, if he's got the meatball, but if he comes out and does one lap, he ran into King Cott, and then he could finish ahead of him. Obviously, Lawton will argue that King Cott kind of rolled in front of him, so. But he could get the last say in that argument by just doing one lap and beating him. 35 cars running all on the lead lap. King Cott and Jordan Smith out. Jordan Smith looked like he was battling some connectivity issues. And they completed 12 laps. And Lawton will be on pit road for what would be a very lengthy amount of time, no matter what. So, but he's got one spot for free. He could go from 37th to 36th.
I just realized we, because of the cautions, we went over lap 51.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if you had that one.
I did not have anything for that. It was 8 and 18.
Yeah.
I could not find the 51 or 54 logos. I only have those on hand.
Well, I know the 51 was his dirt number. Like, with him and Brex. Oh, man. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, does he have it? Just completely lost in the sauce as we're doing. We're getting cautions. We're going crazy. Mm-hmm. It's getting rowdy.
It's getting rowdy, and we're back here for the restart. Stage 2 only just begun. We got a lot more to decide here. Back underway. A good launch for Madigan. Elliot Henderson's the first man that came in at lap 44 at the true end of stage 1. He's P14, so the top 13. Excuse me, McConville also. So top 12, have flipped their positions for free. Vaughn with some definite left side damage there.
I thought we were going to get contact with the 86 machine. Just much better through 3 and 4, all over his back bumper.
Oh, that's tight. Madigan scooting away as there's about 8 cars battling for P2. Or just about. Oh, he's taking it 3 wide on him. Dean Thompson, can he hold it? Wish it nearly got up in the fence. What a move if he makes it stick. Looks like he will. Or he's half a car ahead. Leba fighting back. It's almost more contact there. Brad Peters says, y'all just sit there and fight it out. Ryan Honeycutt also trying to make a move. He's right in the mix here. Jared Wishing right there as well. Oh, more contact. How long do you put up with that for both of these guys? You're like, hey, can we just stop hitting each other? Notice the absence of Jake Miller and Aiden Kirker. They could not settle their differences last week. They're on a 1-week vacation. But it looks like everything's all squared. Dean Thompson moves into the podium positions. Dustin Kleba down to P4. And we're all okay.
Ooh, Ryan Honeycutt and Wishing getting into it. Wishing's going around!
Oh, boy. Hang on to it. Oh, my goodness. Caution, maybe? Oh, my goodness. Lafrene. Okay.
The caution had been out. It had
Okay.
been out.
Let's say.
Oh my goodness.
Down to the inside. Oh, that's such a scary angle. Hang on. Here we go.
He just came flying through there.
Oh, looks like he gets a little loose. Yeah, and he just walks it up the hill. Actually, that's a switch there. Let's see here. I can definitely tell he hit the apron there. Kind of going up. And then he just gets into wishing and gets him all out of shape. And the 89 gets the worst of it. And just casually, he's trying to walk it up, trying to catch it. The slightest of contacts, 17 into the fence, unable to save it. Bam! 17 goes a few extra feet, does not hit that wall. And able to kind of escape. I mean, he still has significant left rear damage he would hit there. But man, where did he end up in all of this? Definitely left side damage. We'll check the steering. Looks okay. But obviously Ryan Honeycutt, for all intents and purposes, out of this race. Cautions, breeding cautions here at the beginning of stage 2.
You'd think the pay window is open with how they're driving right now.
They're going for it. But it's going to be teammates here. Unofficially, I don't even know. Okay, he does have a team representation technically. TCR, Trent Curtis Racing. Because I believe that's what I had from, Yes, I know I'm using Chrome. It shouldn't, I know it's CPU intensive, give me a break. Just want to check one thing, because I know I had got that information from somewhere. Yeah, so that was his team name from Sim Racer Hub. So yeah, so JRTCR. But you look at the paint scheme, 6660. They both got the same sponsor on the back of the car. I'd say unofficially teammates. Trent Curtis. That's one of the guys Art mentioned. Some of the ARCA drivers we've seen in our fields. Had a great showing at Watkins Glen 2 weeks ago. And, do I see them in the Discord by any chance? Or are they off in their own... Looks like they're off in their own Discord, potentially. But I imagine they'll want to work together on this restart.
It'd probably be pretty smart if you're running,
P1 and P3. It's how Suarez won the Coke 600. Said Kyle Larson, hey, let's go, give me a good bump. And it was just enough to hold off the JGR guys. Multiple times. Like, every time the caution came out, it was either Hamlin or Bell right there. Like, I will get you. And then the caution came out. That's a tough one to swallow if you're those two, for sure. But let's see how good their coordination here is.
I mean, Madigan has gotten...
he's got good
incredible jumps on every start.
I imagine you tell him, I'm launching now. And we've seen it before where the guy in third will just get to second. So about to find out. The Echo Park restart zone rapidly approaching. He did actually give him a bump there, and he'll be even with P2. I feel like the low line, at least on the restarts, you're able to just go full out on the bottom side of the racetrack there. Low line, shortest way around the track, and it does work. Dean Thompson to P2. Brandon Mir getting racy. Moves himself into the podium places. Half a car length, not quite clear just yet. Peter's fighting tough on the high side. Still hanging tough. That's going to be Yarnell in the fence right in front of McConville. 3 wide down the back. Henderson with a big dive. Bad time for Minto to be blinking.
That was very close.
I saw McConville's car wiggle a bit. Thompson trying to cover both spots, high and low. He's able to do so.
Ooh, McConville with a great run there on the outside. That 55 is struggling. Yarnell just
Brad
fighting.
Peters looking to the inside. At least showed his nose. Brandon Mir, very racy right now. Around the outside, looks like he's got a good run.
More 3 wide there for a sec.
Ooh,
we got another yellow.
Oh, it's Joshua.
Oh, it's Moynihan!
Oh, it's several. Oh,
There's more! There's more!
There is a lot going down to turn 1. Joshua Chrisman's in it. Moynihan, no back bumper whatsoever. And it is calamity. I mean, look how packed up these guys are. If one person gets in the fence, oh, it's a terrible angle. My goodness. Oh, no.
Man, oh man.
Oh, that's tough. That was a lot. So, Moynihan, Matt Mackin, Nick Hansen looks like he got a piece. Blimp cam again going to be necessary here. There is a lot going on.
We're losing so many racers. They're just...
I mean, because look how packed up they were. This was right behind, we're looking at Henderson and McConville. This was right behind that. Ross Brockman just barely clips the wall, checks up Moynihan, and Chrisman gets into the back. Down in front of Packard, and...
Man.
So if you back this up, Moynihan... Then that's just such a bad angle. Back up the track off Brown, clips Chrisman, Vaughn and Pienta through the track. Furlan has to take evasive action, clips Nick Hansen. And then Matt Mackin and Aaron Mack also caught up in it.
What is that? So late.
And that is Matt Mackin's night done and dusted.
And they're so
That's a
they're
tough
so
pill to
equal
swallow.
on speed, and we're getting these battles at the second something goes wrong. There are just so many drivers going to be involved.
Take a look on board from Chrisman. So you can tell definitely there's Brockman in the fence. It checks up Moynihan, and just the slightest touch. And he'll go for a wild ride. Vaughn then goes for another ride. This will be a good view of it. It's chaos. Dukes of Hazzard style. He almost gets backward again. But Vaughn doesn't hit anything, just goes for a heck of a ride. But we've seen a good bit of trouble working off turn number 4. Guys just getting up in the fence a little bit, and it will check them up big time. I'd say turn 4, just like it feels like it just comes out at you so quick. You feel like you got it all buttoned up, you nailed the corner, and bam, you're knocking down the turn 4 wall. But that'll be Mackin's night done. He's smoking. Moynihan will have a lot of damage to fix. Chrisman got a good chunk of that. Jeremy Brown, who, had a phenomenal pace in the opening stage. He's going to be kind of a little bit behind the 8 ball. He had some damage in that. On pit road for about a minute, but it looks like they did a good job getting most of that fixed. He'll just be way off the track position game. Lawton on pit road for 28 minutes. King caught out. Ryan Honeycutt out. Matt Mackin effectively out. Might spin him in memory of Kyle Busch. Like, I remember it was last Tuesday, I believe, the truck broadcast. They were going crazy. And we said, all right, calm down, fella. Or no, it was last Monday when Kirker and Jake Miller were going nuts. We're like, all right, calm down, fellas.
Calm down.
And calm down. And we're remember the Ron Hornaday and Kyle Busch and his spotter was yelling. I was like, all right, let's calm down here, buddy. Calm down, as he's actively wrecking Ron Hornaday. Just another just incredible rowdy one. I remember where I was as a kid watching the truck race. I'm like, oh my goodness. And that blew up, right? M&M's like pulled their sponsorship. He got parked the rest of the weekend. But even so, seeing the Ron Hornaday statement that he put out, like after all of that, like that just shows you the impact overall Kyle Busch had. Because Ron Hornaday, I mean, could still be mad today. But to put out the statement that he did, that says a lot. We're back underway here. Still got a good ways to go here in Stage 2. If you take a look at our race progress, we've had a handful of cautions right at the start. Stage 2, only one in Stage 1. But Stage 2 being a little bit chippier, I guess. And as they continue to battle away for P2 here. Brandon Muir plus 25, Dean Thompson plus 22. Ed Peters right there. Look at McConville. He's getting back up in the mix here. Justin Kleba, Elliot Henderson, Zach Lindgren. So a couple of the guys that were caught out by the Stage 1 strategy starting to climb back up. Henderson as well. Jackson Sims back into the top 10 finally. Guys like Jeff Johnson, Cody McCorkle, Yarnell still hanging tough though. Big move to the inside. We're going to be 3 wide. Always washing up a bit. Hang on to it, fellas. Keep it out the fence. Oh, McConville nearly got hooked.
It's lap 70. There's still 130.
We're not even halfway. I mean, he nearly got hooked at the worst possible angle there. We've seen some nasty wrecks with that angle. Look at Mir going back at it. Solid race so far from this 70 round. Packing a little bit of air there on the left rear. McConville getting a good run on the high side. He'll challenge for P3. Henderson going with him. Great run for Henderson. He actually clears Mir and looking to the inside of McConville. McConville looking to the inside of Thompson. These guys are getting after it. Thompson and McConville had slight contact earlier. Not that I think it's going to turn into anything, but these guys were battling something fierce. A handful of laps ago. Look at the mess inside the top 10.
These drivers really want to put on a show.
Cody McCorkle right there. Walker Thomas trying to get back inside the top 10. Still side by side. Here's Zach Lindgren now in the mix. Just from 2nd to 12th is 1 second. Who's going to take care of their stuff? We still got 17 laps to go here in this stage. They are running tough. Back to Jeff Johnson here, 13th place. You take a look out the front windshield as they dive off here into turn number 1. It's 1.5 seconds to the race leader. And a nice gap behind him to kind of settle into is about 0.8 of a second back to Jeremy Pienta. So Johnson can kind of just watch this battle in front of him, and if something kicks off, he has the tiniest bit of chance to respond to it. Conville clear into P2. Lindgren challenging for third. He looks a tad bit loose on the bottom there. Mirror into the fence. Henderson might have gotten a piece of it as well. Jackson Sims, he was in the fence. Now he's on the low line battling. Way up top. Trying to get a bite. Great battles further back. Let's not discount this second pack. They're doing a phenomenal job. Lafreniere, Furland, Vaughn, Packard, Keith Black all going at it. Crispin, Wishin, Brown, Hanson, Boruff, Moynihan.
Oh, the 26 Jackson Sims inside wall.
Oh, and that's it. Oh, don't come back up. Oh, boy. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
And that'll be it for Jackson Sims. That'll be it for Claude Furland as he comes to a halt. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he's got it locked. It was going up, man.
On board here with Claude Furland. And he's not, he doesn't even, he sees him. He just, oh. Is that Vaughn again going for a ride? It was. But on board here with Jackson Sims. Right there in this mix. We saw this in the race last night, and he's a passenger at this point. He's just absolutely dead anyways. Car is destroyed. Nothing he could have done differently. If we back this up, taking a look here, who had gotten into the back of it? 71's gonna tap the wall, come down and get him. I was going to say, it almost looked kind of like the Ricky Stenhouse one where he gets into the back there. And Chastain just gets him a bad bump, but he actually just gets hooked there and will send him for a ride. Car's completely destroyed. He's trying to log it down. He's already where he's at. Lafreniere into Vaughn, and Furland the biggest loser. Lafreniere also destroyed his engine. Blammo. Taking a look here, steering also destroyed. So I get it, right? The green is still out, but and I'll say this: Lafreniere I've known to be a clean racer, but I get it. The green is still out, green's still out, but you can clearly see him coming up. Like, I know, I get it, but then he bounced. It's worth it to back off for a few seconds. Lose that time under green, because you were coming to the end of the stage anyways, and his right front's gone entirely. Right? I mean, it would have been worth it to just back off and reset at the stage, but we'll not have that opportunity. We're going to have just an 11-lap shootout, it looks like, for Stage 2. 6th caution of the evening. Lights are out on top of the pace car. Race of attrition from 30th, well, really even 30th, because poor Moynihan. Well, actually, they've done a phenomenal job fixing the back of that car. 31st on down, I would say. It's just been already the opening 78 laps. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, still not even to lap 100. Not halfway.
Because
Not
out of that,
not.
right, none of these guys are coming out anytime soon. All four of these guys destroyed. Michael Lawton, the first of those. And, I mean, maybe he could get back going and pass some of these guys, but I don't know. Once you start to sit there for a certain amount of time, the engine just pops anyways. Stage 1 was perfect. Stage 2, pretty chippy. We'll have 11 laps to settle it, and I imagine we're not done yet. There's that good teamwork between the 60 and the 66. Should allow Dean Thompson to clear going into turn 1 back for P2. Actually, McConville hung right with him. Down the back straightaway, McConville has really turned up the heat here in P2. And again, he has slightly fresher tires. I know we didn't run any laps on them. If we just take a quick look, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of difference. Most of that 4-lap difference was under yellow. A couple of pace laps into him, but here he is. Zach Lindgren also around the outside. He's got a great run down the back straightaway. He is clear. Thompson will fall into 4th. Jeremy Brown looks like he's starting to climb back up, trying to crack the top 15 after being involved in caution. They've got that car fixed up pretty nice. Vaughn dealing with all sorts of damage, just trying to hang on. Lindgren, P3. Closing in on McConville. Lindgren's got some speed here at the end of stage 2. Madigan, though, with that good call, come in right before the end of the stage and instantly get it back. Has been P1 ever since. If he can hold on for 8 more laps, he'll sweep the stages here tonight. Brad Peters hanging on to that last stage point. Ross Brockman wants it, though.
Oh, we got another yellow. Where?
Looks like Aaron Mack, maybe he's low off the track. Yes, and that's Brandon Muir. Jeff Johnson, and oh, that's Aaron Mack. Muir will get the worst of it.
Ooh, Mir's just been involved with a lot tonight.
Johnson right here. They're going to be 3 wide. Just not a whole lot of room right there. Oh, and it's a bit of net good. You see this right here? Right there. It's just going to kick poor Aaron Mack sideways. Down into Jeff Johnson, who will then hook Mir up the racetrack. And not really anyone... I know that anyone could have done anything different there. All should be able to continue. Mir will have the worst of it, but not out of this race by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, but he's been all over the place. Low as 35th, as high as P3. And again, a little bit of a strategy. Lindgren, Thomas, Kleba going to come in. Vaughn, Wishin. And they might have seen how they flipped the stage, and I don't disagree with this here. With as crazy and chaotic as this race has been, now you're only going to have 5 laps, and another chance at a caution there could easily get this track position right back. So I do not hate this call. I'm curious if anybody from 31st to 38th will actually come out. I'd say Jordan Smith's a big no. Kingcott, Honeycutt, Furland, and the front 8 out. So I just wonder Sims, Mackin, or Lawton, if anybody even thinks about coming back out. There's a few cheap spots out there. There'll be 4 laps to go in stage 2. Packard had an up and down night as well, but he might end up here picking off a stage point or 2. It feels like it's almost been more than 7 cautions. One of them being right at the end of the stage, I suppose. So I guess 7. I guess, I don't know. Because it's all been, like even the one at the end of the stage was because of a wreck. So all 7 have been due to incidents. So we did not have the true stage 1 caution. It's going to be 8.
We might not even get a stage 2 caution.
Right, we might. I hate that it's just going to be 8. Proper. We'll see. And they get it the 4 laps that they need. $30 cars running, all on the lead lap. 3 cars on pit road. It's been Jackson Sims for 11 minutes, Matt Mackin for 20, and Michael Lawton for 45. Madigan and Thompson should be able to do the team restart here. We'll see what they got with 4 to go. That was their best one yet. They timed that one perfectly. Thompson back to P2. Conville's got to be like, you got to be kidding me. Cody McCorkle's having a solid stage 2. Started in 24th, and he has had the staying power once he got here. Conville instantly back on the hunt. Caution comes out here. That will end stage 2. They can't mind their manners. Madigan should sweep the stages. It should get him into the top 30 in points. He actually, I believe it was Talladega, he DNQ'd at. So he has been fast everywhere. Just the kind of the wild card nature of Talladega, the race itself, and obviously that extends to qualifying as Pienta catches the fence. He'll go from 7th to 9th to 10th. And here comes Packard to knock him out of the stage. Points paying positions, and he'll do so. 7th to 11th, just like that. Henderson has caught Conville. Thompson scooting away just a bit. They have a lap and a half left in stage 2. Packard holding on to the final stage point. He's got a little bit of two wide in front of him. Pienta wants that spot back. White flag in stage 2.
Do we see the actual end of the stage? I mean, we will no matter what. Our holy car is going to be going the right way. Packard under challenge here.
Pienta got back to his inside. There was 3 wide ahead of him for a moment. McCorkle, Conville, Brad Peters. Madigan sweeps the stages. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Give it to McCorkle. Packard gets that 10th and final. Well, no, Pienta actually gets it right back. Excuse me. Very nicely done for Pienta to fight back after catching the wall. Jackson Sims, we said, oh, he's going to come out. No, he is officially retired. So that just leaves Matt Mackin and Michael Lawton on pit road. Whoa. Madigan having to wait for the pace car. Does a little duck down there. reset the caution cycle here. Should be open this time by. No drivers a lap down, so. Here comes everybody. No need for the, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Jared Wishon and Walker Thomas and Dustin Kleba gonna stay out. Actually, we got a couple of takers. Gonna try and get that track position. How about it, Wishon? Your new race that came in on lap 84. Conville gained a spot there. McCorkle pipped him to the stage, but McConville slightly quicker in pit lane by 0.3 of a second. And on the pit stop, gets him +1. Henderson beats Dean Thompson out. Jeff Johnson in the 7 machine, only an 8-second pit stop. Estimated at 2 tires. Could have been fuel only, though I doubt it. Rich Jett. Also, let's take a look at what they did. Let's see if we can get these storylines underway as it's happening. Rich Jett, I think, was fuel only. Oh, he actually gets bumped there from Claude. Ooh. And that is going to be a fuel-only stop. And we'll go down to the 77 machine. And that'll be a fuel-only stop. Interesting. Big winner there. Johnson and Jett with their fuel-only stops. Keith Black with repairs, Bo Ruff, Mack, all with some repairs, but mostly even at the front of the field. If we switch to the overall view, though, everybody lost out, except for Jeff Johnson with 2 tires. The top, Burkett did. He put it at lap 77, so he's going to be under a little bit of fire here. Take a look at another way to show this. 8 laps for the top 4, 15 for Corey Burkett. Everybody else just under this most recent caution. Here we go for the restart. Joseph Madigan will be the leader of the guys on the freshest tires. We'll see how he gets on. We're back underway. Burkett probably just doesn't want to get run over. That inside line kind of checked up behind him. That's going to be good news for the 66. Kind of gives him a free run down the back straightaway.
I do wonder if, like, the stages so far have been what I would consider like Kyle Busch's career. Stage 1 was calm, was clean, was like, recently what has now sadly been the end of his career with RCR. He's still been a little aggressive, but it's just, everyone loves Kyle now. Stage 2 was young Kyle. Now, can Stage 3 be
talking about
two-time champion?
Kyle Busch?
Yeah, like Stage 2 was, we're throwing everything out the window. It is.
How about this? We flip-flop Dean Thompson ahead of Joseph Madigan, leading the charge.
Man. Yeah, now we can get Stage 3, which would be like two-time champion, one of the greatest to ever do it, and really put on a show. That would be awesome.
Ooh, Ooh, Kleba loose right in front of the 60. Henderson. Look at that. I'm impressed. The 95 has impressed me. 15 lap older tires. He's done a nice job. Oh, somebody.
Oh, we got a caution.
Oh, I just heard big damage in the
Ooh,
back.
this-
Jeff Johnson. Caution is out.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Although this is, Kyle Busch scheme.
Oh, he just
getting into
loses
each other.
it right in front of
Oh, no.
Chrisman. Oof. I heard that, and I'll be right back. Gonna go take care. Family just got home. Right back.
I thought the 99 would be involved in that situation along with the 7. But it was just the 7 and the 5 machine. Don't see any other major incidents there, but that'll be the first caution of stage 3. Be big damage for that 7 machine. Decent amount of damage for the front on the front of that 5. But no race ending. We still have a shot at a really good stage here. 71 machine is gonna get the lucky dog. Gonna join us here back on the lead lap. But Jared Wishing gonna be, leading us here. We might finally get to the halfway point, and it is going to be under caution. Feeling kind of like the truck race, but instead of rain, is just people getting into each other. I do not have the same information as, the producer, Maxwell, and lead commentary. So I can't tell you who is pit. And, if there's any extra strategy added here, I don't think there should be. Obviously, the 7 machine, the 71, getting repairs done. Yeah, we will be going green at the halfway point, lap 100. What 100 laps it has been.
We're back. I'm back. Heart was never gone, hopefully.
I mean, I might have been not as, talkative as you. That's for sure. Like, I'm not that good. I'm not you.
You're too kind.
No major shakeups,
Ninth caution of the evening. Couple guys coming. Obviously, Jeff Johnson, Chrisman, who's been involved in a lot tonight. And Rich Shit, obviously, to top off with some fuel. Still one more stop required. 60 laps from here as we complete lap 99. Yeah, one stop left, so. Do need to get some laps under our belt, though, to get to that point. Caution comes out in 20 laps. They pit. They still need to pit one more time, so. Just depends on how they get on with it. But I saw the 95. He got swallowed up early Oh, more contact. Oh, see that's what ate him up last time, is he gets stuck 3 wide. And he's going to be under a lot of pressure here, but he was holding on good once he got past the initial 3 wide, but not forcing him out of his spot. Nick Hansen, how about him? He's had an eventful evening inside the top 15. He's got a similar logo to what we have. He's got the Showman's Bow on the front of the hood. And he's got, looks like his Hendrick Motorsports colors from his early days.
An old Flyman.
Madigan back to second, gotten by Dean Thompson. The initial restart, it was Thompson ahead of Madigan, but he has not made this impression. Madigan shot out of a cannon. Fastest lap of the race, 29.78 on that last lap. And gets him around Walker Thomas with his 7-lap fresher tires. Wishing at one point was headed towards the, headed towards the inside wall. Then he looked like he might have been heading back to the middle of the racetrack, but locked it down. Able to keep going and now leads this race. Inside of 100 laps to go, past halfway. Car control on point for the 17 machine.
Pretty funny. In the race chat, he said every week expressing his just annoyance with how he's been raced, and he's allowed to do that. And look at him, he's up here winning the thing.
Doing a very nice job on the older tires as well. Elliott Henderson next up of the guys that have the 7-lap fresher tires. A couple of guys with personal bests. Henderson, one of them, Brad Peters, Moynihan, and Zachary Vaughn, personal bests on their last lap. Eddie McCorkle set his personal best on this lap. Packard as well, so times are starting to improve. Let's get into the second half of this race. And more guaranteed cautions. If they suddenly figure it out, race it clean to the end, we'll have a sequence of green flag pit stops. Around 40 laps to go. Long way to get to that point, though. And a lot still to sort out. We're battling for pretty much every position on the racetrack. Even 29th and 30th is within half a second of one another. It's a phenomenal shot of the car streaking across the finish line on the tri-oval camera.
I mean, it's hard to get a bad shot here. The cars are just all over the place. They're just grouped up everywhere. The racing is just incredible tonight.
Poor Crispin, he's really not been able to make any headway. I mean, outside of that first stage, A-OK, but since then, it has been tough. He gets a little bit of progress and seems to be involved in something, a little bit of progress involved in something else. So he's cracked the top 20 again, and I'm kind of fearful for what's going to happen to him next. '66 leading the 67. 3 cars under a blanket for the race lead. Wishin washes up the hill just a little bit. Madigan to the inside. Battle for the lead is on. Madigan able to roll the center of the corner. He is clear. Back to the race lead for Joseph Madigan. Your stage 1 and stage 2 winner. A little bit of a breakaway. Top 6, 8/10 of a second. Then 9/10 back to Mike McConville and Dean Thompson. They've probably been side by side more than anybody else tonight.
How big do you think McConville's head would be if he's able to beat Dean Thompson?
McConville? Big-headed? Nice.
I mean, he is, but like, you get it.
He would then be like, hey, guys, remember when I was racing with Dean Thompson? I get it. I get it. You know how much I would have said had I ended up not running out of fuel and beating Tony Hirschman? Like, I get it.
Like, did we beat Junior's team in the Moon Car 24?
Well, I know Dean Clavitt wrecked Dale Jr., so.
What? Wait, was it Dean Clavitt or was it?
That was Dean Clavitt that wrecked
Oh,
Dale
Dean.
Jr.
Because that's posted. That is out there online. The YJ Media car wrecking Dale Jr.
I mean, it's just unreal. Like I come back like, hey guys, we wrecked. How we doing? We wrecked Dale Jr. That's not what I want to hear. Like, why is my team, my imagery, why are we wrecking my childhood hero? Dean Clavitt, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna be honest. If I had a chance to wreck Kyle Busch, if I had a chance to get cursed out by Kyle Busch, I'd do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't do it in a dumb way, but like,
you drive in over your head.
If it was like the 24 hours of Miatas again, I'd do it.
Oh, 3 wide here off of 4. Oh boy, nearly contact between that 05 and the 83. Seeing the fire shoot out of the side of the car is always a fun sight. It was simultaneous for about all 4 of those guys we're looking at right here. Hackard plus 20. He is your biggest mover so far. Look at this. I mean, he has been up and down and everywhere in between. Ross Brockman having a good night. Brandon Muir entered pit lane and then manually disconnected. 29 running, 29 on the lap.
Yeah, that 71 machine just having a tough outing.
I'll tell you what, we said, oh, Boro, he's not going to make this race. He's inside the top 30 in this race, so stacking more points on the board, trying to get himself locked into future races. Just keep plugging away. Other guys have trouble. You keep it clean, you get free spots, free points. You don't have to worry about it as much.
And honestly, if Bo Ruff starts, getting that mentality of, say, like the Rich Jets of the world, the, back row motorsports, where it's like potentially flipping stages, playing the fuel game, like you could get in it so easily by just doing that alternative strategy. You just gotta risk it.
Yeah, just get a couple stage points on the board for free there. It's just a lot going on right here. Just outside the top 10, McCorkle in the fence.
And the wall.
Everybody just hang on to it. Great shot here. Nick Hansen with a good run to the outside there. Look at the fire shooting out all these cars. Off throttle time. O'Reilly Series delivers. Ross Brockman nearly a staggered 3 wide. It is 3 wide through the tri-oval. Oh, contact Jeremy Brown and McCorkle. Man. Dean Thompson at the head of this Hornet's Nest. Packard all over the back bumper. Essentially shoving him down the back straightaway. Here comes Brad Peters with a great run into 3, side by side from Moynihan and Brockman. Brockman with a good run through 4. He actually got a great run through 3 and 4 for the 80 machine. Ross Brockman trying to get back into the top 10. Nathan Yarnell, Zach Vaughn right there as well. Momentum with that high side, though. Peters falling back just a bit down the back. No drafting help. It does. Every little bit helps. You'll take what you can get. That time, though, it's Moynihan with the good run through 3 and 4. This battle continues to be fantastic. Packard actually has cleared Dean Thompson. Thompson back down to 9th. Still plus 16 from where he started. So he's done a nice job navigating intense traffic. Pienta, Vaughn, Chrisman, Minto, Jeff Johnson was our most recent caution. He's still in this mix. They're all right here. Moynihan now to the inside of Thompson.
The Moynihan fan in chat. That boy in the 53.
Oh, Thompson in the fence. He'll lose 2 spots right there. Contact there with the 83 as well. Looks like Keith Black was also in the fence and doesn't have a whole lot of speed down the straightaway. He lost out a bit. He will eventually end up in victory lane there. There's just a line of drivers all looking for it. Oh, Vaughn might catch a piece of the fence there. He did. Yenta goes on by. Yarnell goes on by. Crispin trying to complete the pass. I just saw what you're talking about. That boy in the 53. That's funny. He's leading this hornet's nest. Trying to catch after Packard. Thomas starting to fall back just a bit. Henderson to P4. Oh, that's Yarnell around into 3. Yellow is out. And he will clip Pienta in the 57.
It's always kind of funny to see these just slow speed ones. Like, after everything's kind of over, they're still just, you know.
Oh, that's blown motor. That's a ball game for Yarnell. Another one, and then he'll just come down and get 57 again. But we were looking at this group, and it's just, that was such a tight window. Hansen loose, and there's not a whole lot of room. '57 will at least be able to continue on somewhat, but Yarnell's night is done. And some decisions for some guys to make. With just under 80 to go, need another stop. How aggressive do you want to be on tire sets? You should have plenty with 5. This is one of the... everyone's coming in. Henderson going to stay out on the racetrack. He wants that flexibility. Ross Brockman does as well. They feel like they haven't gone far enough on this set. But with 5 total tire sets, right, you get 4 in the pits. 1 at the end of stage 1, 1 at the end of stage 2. And then you actually have 2 sets automatically because of the way that we've allocated our tire sets here. Chrisman with a fuel-only stop, it looks like. Everyone's going to lose out naturally because of the guys that stayed out. We look at just on pit road position where they came in at. Even for the first 5, then Crispin with an 8-second stop. Barely even. And it's always going to be somewhat even. It's not going to be as variable as, you know. We're going to have these guys getting... This pit crew's so much better. You're going to have just about half a tenth in it. Really. I mean, you look at the stops. 14.7. The longest one I see is a 15.2. The 16.7 from Mac, he probably had a second of damage he wanted fixed. But yeah, it's about half a second, really, at the most. And you can make that up getting in and out of your box even if you need to. So if your pit crew, if you lose that 1/10 of a second, you can get that back yourself. But there's not a whole lot of variability in it. Let's see. The green flag pit stops, though, you'll see a lot of variability. The in-lap and the out-lap, how aggressive you are on and off the pit road. But under yellow itself, really, how you can get in and out of your box, it seems like pit crews have a... I mean, it's, you know...
I mean, it's a little bit, because, I mean, Wishing 14.5, Madigan 14.7.
I mean, compared to the 15.2, yeah, that's half a second. I mean, that helps a little bit.
Can you imagine the day that iRacing goes full, you know, give us your money, you got to pay for better pit crews? You might. That's $1 million idea right there, iRacing. You know.
Pay for pit crew upgrades in your multiplayer racing. Oh gosh, don't give them any ideas.
It's a terrible idea, but like...
Yeah. Here we go for the restart. Top 3 going to be in a bit of a hole here. We'll see how they get on. It'll be Joseph Madigan leading the charge before Brockman does not get going to... But, oh, and it's going to be instant chaos. Oh, what? Man. Calamity. Did not even make it to turn 1.
NASCAR didn't even get a park.
And that simply did not work. No, Jeff Johnson just loses it.
I was expecting contact. He did it to himself.
Man really wants an update on Steve Herring. Hey, what do you want me to say about that?
Like, how about you pick a driver that's racing?
He did not. He unfortunately did not make the race on his qualifying speed. However, I will give him credit week in and week out for his persistency. Yeah, let's go on board with him. He definitely spun the tires. And honestly, it was good for him that he spun out and out of the way because he's not going to get any of this damage. Poor Jeremy Brown, right, gets run over as they all check up, right? Ross Brockman actually spins the tires as well. He puts it in the fence. Moynihan, McCorkle, Brown, McConville, Packard, Thompson all getting in there with potentially some damage. Chrisman, again, does he get in it again? Yeah, well, yes, he gets hit. Oh my goodness, poor Chrisman, just nothing. He's had no luck tonight. On board here with Packard. That is not what you want to see in front of you. Keith Black evasive maneuvers. He didn't get the best start. It actually kind of worked out in his favor. He gets to kind of avoid everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's big damage to the 99. Big damage to Jeremy Brown. That's a heck of a shunt there. So Brockman then came in. Jeff Johnson came in. And Henderson sticking to his guns. He was the only one of those three to not spin the tires.
I will say another added benefit of potentially spinning, you know, out of the way. You might get the 1X for the off track or so, Uh, and obviously the not added damage is big, but the 2, 4 X's in situations like this where there's so many cars around you add up a lot. Because we do have penalties. There
The
are drive-throughs if you
17X, you
hit.
get your
Yeah.
drive-through. We've seen it impact a couple races this year down the stretch. Driver in the top 5 will get a restart and instantly head to pit road, and we're like, oh, there goes his race. Based on the
And I mean,
incident
yeah,
point limit.
we still have 70 to go, and like these drivers, I would say most of them, maybe not Madigan, are they've probably racked up quite a few 2s and maybe a 1 here and there if they get a little too close on the tri-oval. Like,
Taking a look here at progress bar.
got a
Stage 3
progress bar.
started out fairly well. One caution right at the start of it, and then we went about 30 laps, and then 2 quick cautions since then. Stage 1 only with the 1 caution. Stage 2 pretty chippy though. To be determined. It is going somewhat well, I'd say, in Stage 3 though. You can just really think of it, these 2 cautions were essentially back to back, so just one long caution, I suppose. Henderson does not spin the tires. We're back underway. Madigan, I will imagine, wants to clear him immediately. He's actually got Zach Lindgren to deal with. Shot out of a cannon on this restart. Which way will Henderson go? Low line, Madigan flies around the top. Lindgren gonna have nowhere to go.
Oh, there's car rim.
God. Bo Ruff.
Oh, that's caution. That is. Oh, they're still coming in.
They
No. Why are
and
we
there
still
and
going
Jeremy
so fast?
and there's the KO for Jeremy Brown. Joshua Chrisman again. It looks like he actually might have gotten forced down pit road, but that Bo Ruff that initially got it spun out. Let's take a look.
Is it Wilco? I think it's Wilco just gets loose.
All right in front of this, yes. And he gets kind of on that apron. Oh, Bo Ruff just caught out by him coming back up the track, it seems.
Honestly, Bo Ruff might have seen him like turning back up and is like, I'm gonna dive up under him, and then it
just carries a tiny bit too much speed for Wilco. Then that apron's gonna get him all bent out of shape.
Wilco was trying to put it down below the apron. He wanted to get that car off track.
Apron just sends him right back up, though.
Apron said, no, get back up there. You're still in this.
You're still in the fight. Oh, wait. This, we sent you to your,
Ah, man.
And Brown was on the brakes, but it was, he couldn't turn it down. It was already locked up. Aaron Mack, Bo Ruff. Just calamity, and there goes the engine. Man. Limp it to pit road, go out like how on his terms, limp it to his box. But he'll go no further. All of a sudden, right? Like it is. When did we lose Pienta and Yarnell?
Well, we saw Yarnell have his incident with Pienta, I believe it was, wasn't it?
For some reason, that one just doesn't stick in my mind.
I'm pretty sure those happened like at the exact same time.
Fair.
Just Pienta got a couple more laps in.
All of a sudden, I mean, Bo Ruff's out. Or Sarah and Mack actually be able to continue, but Wilco and Brown's out, but Bo Ruff and Wilco big damage, and all of a sudden, right, we have 24 cars left. We've lost 14 drivers. Every caution has been, I'm not going to say a big one, right, but it has impacted somebody in a large way. I mean, literally, like, no lap car is running right now. Like, I mean, it has been KO'd for everybody involved. In one way or another. Matt Mackin approaching 1 hour on pit road. Michael Lawton an hour and 23 minutes. So we're just there for just watching the race at that point. Wilco's going to get back going. So yeah, Bo Ruff and Brown are out. I mean, they're both. The Bo Ruff engine has also let go. So 25 left. So 13 cars out of this race. Man. Wilco, the only car 1 lap down. Madigan in control. He has the fresh tires. He'll try and scamper away. Great start for him. Henderson still on the old tires. We'll have to be very careful to not get run over.
He is going up high and he's going to let these guys do what, they've been doing. Does not want to be involved in their shenanigans.
Going to stack up that outside line just a bit. Thompson taking advantage, picks up a couple of spots there, wishing boxed in. Still not clear of him. 3 wide. It's a little tight.
And Henderson's being very respectful. He is getting to the high side. He's doing what he can to stay out the way.
It's on the drivers to find their way around him at that point. But he's got 2 sets of tires left. A lot of guys will have 1. So he can kind of, pit with 40 to go, bolt on a set, and if caution comes out with 20 to go, he can also do that. Packard getting very racy here late. He was set a personal best.
Oh, that 31 machine. He was getting close in the exit of that corner, coming back on track.
Still works their way by though. Fastest lap of the race for Madigan out in front, 29.74. I believe that's John Wilco. No, that's what is that? That's Nick Hansen? Yes. Kind of off sequence there. Kleba, Packard side by side off of 2. Battle for 4th. This mid-pack still continuing to put on a good show. As Vaughn is slowing. Potentially a drive-through for the 91. It's Henderson all in the fence. Side Wishing and Thompson. Wishing looks like he's going to come out on top in that battle for P6. Conville back in 8th, kind of leading a mini group. Was a drive-through for Vaughn. Back out on track. Has some decent speed, but will be right in the mix for the top 10, but not for position. Henderson all the way back to 17th. 2 seconds ahead of Brockman, Jeff Johnson, and Minto, who hits the wall at turn number 4.
You got one. I guess Vaughn is going to let them through, but I was going to say, like, if he was up there racing with Ball and, Keith Black there, if they, get a little at you, it's like, hey, you made a mistake. You had to go the lap down. Like, stop, messing with us right now.
So look at this battle for the lead. Nick Hansen, he just got lapped. But Walker Thomas all over the back bumper. Lindgren is there, and Brock Packard is there. 4 cars under a blanket for the race lead. And they have put a lot of laps in between, or a lot of distance in between themselves and the rest of this field. Already 6 seconds back to P13, 12 seconds back to P20, which is also the last car on the lead lap. We did end up losing Joshua Chrisman from that most recent incident. And nobody from pit road has moved since.
I'm surprised. You would think, like, one person might try.
But nobody has come out. Like, if they go to pit road and they don't immediately come out, they've all stayed there tonight. I mean, you say the exception is John Wilco. I mean, he fixed 2 minutes of damage, and he is like the only one to put around and just log laps tonight. But everybody else is just called it. I mean, to be fair, there's been some pretty big wrecks though. So like a lot of people, if you have a blown motor, it is done. It's over.
I mean, for some people,
Mackin's car's still destroyed. Lawton, they still haven't fixed any damage on the front end of that car. So,
I mean, if you go a lap or 2 down, like the damage, you might just call it because it is still Memorial Day. Like,
yeah,
there's still plenty of time left in the day for these drivers. If you got out early, it's like, I'm gonna go enjoy my time.
And if you're on the West Coast, yeah, you got plenty of time. Lindgren all over the back bumper of Walker Thomas. Thomas trying to get a run to the outside, though. '67 trying to apply the pressure while also defend from the 85, but he got a great run off, too. Kind of an ebb and a flow right now. Midfield's a lot smaller than it was about 50 laps ago, but they're still going at it. Ball and Thompson going at it. For what it's worth, the fuel window is open. Curious if anyone want to take advantage of that. Dean Thompson, a little bit of right rear damage on that 60. He's lost a handful of spots in the last couple of laps. But I think definitely at Charlotte, you don't want to have any of that right rear damage. Don't want the aero to be off at all. Very important. Places like Charlotte. 3 cars under a blanket. Packard starting to fall back just a little bit. A second back. 0.7 of a second over Kleba, your top 5, but look at the night for Packard. And it's just been a slugfest to the top. This is as high as he's run all night inside of your top 3. As low as 33rd tonight.
Packard, another car, running, a rowdy scheme, a KP scheme, would just greatly, just need one of them schemes in victory lane. It might not happen. Joseph Madigan is just dominant. But I'm not rooting against him.
Absolutely not. I thought McConville's had an interesting night. He's been up there challenging for the lead at times.
We've seen him pull out strategy. He might have something up his sleeve.
He's kind of settled just outside the top 5 now. But he was all the way up to P2 at one point in this race.
Apparently, I'm getting packet loss.
How about that?
How about that?
And Henderson going to make a green flag. This will actually be his final stop of the night. I don't hate it. All these other guys are going to have to pit. So if this goes green to the end, Henderson might luck into something here.
I mean, I don't know if we want to call it luck. This, could be strategy.
I don't hate it. Down and away. 15.1 for the crew. 40.8. This is the cycle of pit stops will not conclude for these guys. Let me take a look here. Your top 15, they still have about 30 more laps to go. They get inside of 20 to go. We are not there yet by any stretch. Madigan starting to pull away as these two continue to squabble. Nick Hansen, he got lapped and hasn't really gone anywhere. Cleva's moved up to P4. He's compacted and got by him. Next up would be Jared Wishing. Can't really count out Rich Jet either. I know he's got a set of tires. Look at all that. Fuel only, fuel only. 2 tires, fuel, fuel, fuel. So he has the tire flexibility. Jeff Johnson is in. I don't see any tires going on that thing, though. It's going to be fuel only? Interesting. 7 seconds down and away. Lindgren has gotten by. 4 seconds over Walker Thomas. I'm curious if anyone will want to pull the trigger, though, on pitting. You don't have to go to 20 to go. There's Ross Brockman. You know, do you say 44 to go? I mean, that's a stage 1 length, right? So you're comfortable on that with your tires. Stage 1 pretty much went caution free. So you're aware of what you have left. Henderson, E22, 52 and a half seconds behind the race leader. The problem for him is he saved that set, lost so much time, then had to come in and pit. Henderson, has to unlap himself if caution were to come out while he's 2 laps down, right? That's not going to do him any sort of good whatsoever. Or even if he gets on the 1 lap down. Oh, he is 1 lap down. Okay. Problem is he is not the first car in line. He's got to catch Nick Hansen, who's 20 seconds up the road. A caution comes out before then.
He was smoking into existence.
Oh boy. Well, he'll take a wave around, I suppose. And this certainly, he's not going to be able to take advantage of the track position. He's not going to just leapfrog everything. Oh, a hip check there from Brockman and Vaughn. And again, that is just big damage for both these guys. Like, they're just not going to catch a break. Vaughn drives it off in deep on corner entry. Has to sacrifice a little bit on exit. Here comes Brockman with a good run on exit. And not clear. And so now for poor Henderson, right? He's not even going to have the freshest tires. So he's got that 1 set left. He'll take a wave around. Hey, buddy. Have a good time at the movies?
Yep.
Good.
I watched God about it.
What movie? God?
Oh,
About God?
yeah.
What was the name of the movie? What? Light of the World. Okay. Glad you had a good time, buddy. As the field's coming in for their pit stop. All right, super late. I love you. Oh, I know, buddy. It's the joys of fatherhood. So yeah, everybody came in. Hansen, your lucky dog. Henderson, the wave. So he does actually get back on the lead lap. Not over for Henderson. But the problem is he'll still have the older tires by about 8 laps. And then he's got to catch caution, and then, yeah, so he's in a bit of a tricky situation. We got some fuel-only stuff. We got a lot going on here. Oh, I missed the cycle. We had the pop-up mode. But, yeah, it's interesting. So, Thomas, fuel-only. Cody McCorkle, fuel-only. As we bunch up the field with 40 to go, differing strategies. So we'll see how this plays out. Because I think, let's take a look here at the timeline chart. You get 5 total sets, 1 to start, 4 in the pits, stage 1, stage 2. So is Madigan out of tires? He's playing a bit of a lottery here. You look at Walker Thomas. Stage 1, stage 2. Middle of stage 3. Estimate of 2 tires, but we know that to be fuel only. Same with Cody McCorkle. Stage 1, stage 2. Middle of stage 3. Repairs, fuel only, fuel only. So again, differing strategies on tires. Madigan will pull away from Thomas. Lindgren also aggressive on the strategy. It goes green to the end, it'll be these two. Stage 1, stage 2, middle of stage 3, and just now Henderson, I know, has a set. Rich Jett has a set. Jeff Johnson should have a set remaining. Nick Hansen might even have a set of tires left. And we know Walker Thomas and McCorkle have a set left, so. All to play for in the remaining 38 laps.
Can we keep them clean?
A bit of fog looks like has set in here as well, so.
Like I said, there's no rain in the sim, but it's
pretty. Yeah, it'll look great. The 66 will fly around. The 67, once we get fully up to speed, Lindgren will realize what heat strategy he's on and will need to clear up as we're already wrecking to the inside. Keith Black, and oh, that's going to be Dean Thompson. Yellow is out, so that doesn't really do anything because we've only ran a half a lap. That'll be him towing to pit road. Oh, he just loses it, or, well, no, Keith Black lost it, and then Brandon Minto finished him off. Let's see here. He was actually, they were both loose, 87 and the 60. Loose. He kind of walks it up the hill to chase it. Minto not able to evade. Thompson into the inside wall. Keith Black. Nearly hooks Rich Jett. That's going to be a pretty big get there on the left front.
I know it's probably like a genuine skill difference, but that save, like the potential save from Dean Thompson there, like
Yeah, he
most
caught
of
it
the,
walking up the
I
hill.
wrecked that car.
Yeah.
I kill that car. That car is like in the outside wall. If that's me in the car, and he looked like he was fine. I mean, it didn't end fine, man.
Yeah, so
Sometimes
so
you see it
this is,
happen.
I'd say this is a net positive for the guys that took their last set because we're gonna just log some more laps, get closer and closer to the end. We've taken another car out of the equation in Dean Thompson, who has retired from this race. And it matters on when the last caution might come out because if that's it, right? They come in now for that final set of tires. It doesn't really do a whole lot of good for you. Ross Brockman, your lucky dog. Because there's no real difference. It's only a lap. And then you give up the track position anyways. You need this to go 20 laps, pit with 12 to go, and then you got 10 laps to run them down. And right, we've lost so many cars. You'll go restart about 16th, 17th. You don't have that many cars to pass. But if we get one more caution in 3 laps, right, you still don't have that big of an offset. Get it in 20 laps, right, you'll win the race. But you're just banking on that last caution and obviously hoping you're not in it when the guys on the faster tires around you are trying to get by you. Because it's only a few, right? If you're Walker Thomas, you don't want to get run over and wrecked. Cody McCorkle, same thing. Even Nick Hansen, you don't want to get run over. There's only a few that are on this conservative strategy trying to bank a caution, so just a few.
We got crazy in stage 2, and we were a long way away from the finish. Us getting down almost 30 to go. I mean, we only have 20 cars.
Yeah, it's been
But
it's been a big one.
I think we are still a bit from done. I think 2-3 more, we might be done. There's definitely still some in there for us.
Mm-hmm. Lights are off on top of the pace car. Going to be, what, 24 to go? No, 34 to go. My apologies. Forgot to carry the one. Simple mistake. But pay window is open. We do not know yet for which drivers which strategy is the superior one. Madigan bolts in hopes we go green to the end. Look at Wishin already making a big move to the inside. Knows that 67 is on the older tires, so these guys on the inside will want to make do. And all 3 of them do. Moynihan's like, yep, I need to get to the inside. It's going to be a race to the inside. Around Walker Thomas. Look at McConville back up here inside the top 6 late. Lindgren had some great speed. He was closing in on Madigan right before our most recent string of cautions broke out. He had finally dispatched of Walker Thomas. Ultimately, Jared Wishin the one shot out of a cannon right now. He approached 32 to go. Rich Jett up to 9th. He is making his signature late race charge along with Ethan Ball. 20 cars on the lead lap. Aaron Mack, the 1 car, 1 lap down. Thomas down to 12th. Cody McCorkle on that same strategy. P13, Nick Hansen's P17. They all have a set left. Battle for the lead. Jared Wishing to the inside. The fog setting in. Yeah, it's difficult. Like, look at this. Brock Packard right there. There's actually a better view. Oh, 17 hits the apron a little bit, washes up. And here comes Brock Packard to the outside. Great run off turn 2. Zach Lindgren 3/10 behind. And under pressure, look at Moynihan up in P5. McConville, Kleba, all right here. Top 10 separated by 1.5 seconds. And Packard cleared a second. An 8-minute stop for Zachary Vaughn, but he's back out on track. He'll pass Dean Thompson in 2 laps. Finally, somebody coming out of pit road. Look at Chris Cloud up to 16th. He's making some late race moves. Keith Black, P13. Mid-toe, trying to take it away. Exciting racing inside of 30 to go. McCorkle and Thomas hoping for a caution. As is Nick Hansen. Henderson wants a caution. Aaron Mack wants a caution. He wants to get back on the lead lap. So I think this is... I wonder how much staying power Packard has. He kind of faded at the very end of our most recent long-ish run, but he has had good short to intermediate speed. It is about 33 laps, so good enough for him to hang on. We shall find out. Look at the pressure he's applying right now, for instance. His last 2 starts, a 2nd and a 3rd. Only missing 1 spot on the podium. Showed great speed at Texas and at Kansas. Did not get the finish that his speed showed, though.
He's going to have a run here. He's looking to the inside.
Ducks back in line, though. He wants to... I think he likes that run on that middle lane. He knows if he goes to the bottom, he could actually be under pressure from Wishing and lose that 2nd spot. Here comes McConville to P4. Packard has not won this season, but has had overall good speed. Madigan only has 4 races under his belt, looking for a win in his first 5 races in the NSRL. 1.5 seconds separating your top 8 back to Brad Peters. 2 seconds separating 1st to 10th and Ethan Ball. And any mistake, Packard's right there, and he is going for it to the inside. Brock Packard. Can he make it stick though? Washes up the hill a little bit. Madigan would have got that at the line, and that's what I said. Look at the pressure instantly from Wishing, pushing him down the front stretch to the trioval.
Was almost able to get him back to the inside of Madigan.
What does Wishing do? How do you navigate this?
I mean, how do you navigate the fact that McConville is now right here?
Lindgren, your teammate, P5. You look at Packard. It's a teammate in first. Kind but fair, but Wishing now ahead. Sails around the outside. 21 and a half laps remaining, hard battling. 0.8 of a second separating your top 7 as Kleba and Moynihan join this fight. And just like that, though, Packard down to 5th. McConville into the podium places. Lindgren has had good long run speed tonight. Can he make a charge in the final 21 laps? McCorkle, Hansen, Thomas, Johnson all would love a caution. Henderson would love a caution. Rich Jett would love a caution. They can't be the caution. Wishing looking to the outside, trying to build that run down the front stretch. Closing right up to the back bumper of the 66, who has led the majority of this race. 150 laps if he can lead this one. The man in second, the only one else, and double digit, but he hits the wall! McConville jumps inside. How much damage will that give to the 17?
He's going to be trying to fight it back around the outside. McConville
washed up the hill. And Madigan scampers away to a commanding 3-car length lead. I'd say it's commanding, but when they're pushing you off into the corner, it feels pretty secure at 3-car lengths. Conville cleared a second, 3-car lengths behind. 19 laps to go. $18 to go for Madigan. Battle for P2 beginning to rage on. Madigan slowly starting to stretch his legs. 10th quicker than McConville on that last lap. Wishing fighting back. Madigan's loving that in his rear view. Lindgren right there as well. McConville sails back by. Not quite. Thought he would have had it. Wishing will not go away. Gap up to 0.6 of a second now. 17 to go. Side by side now for third. Lindgren to the inside. Kleba and Packard side by side. Moynihan right there. They started to pull away a bit from Brad Peters. 7 cars separated by 1.4 seconds. Into the Charbroil 300 at Charlotte. 16 to go. They're all searching for whatever grip they can get. Kleba was nearly below the apron. Packard was all the way up by the fence. Moynihan through the middle. Yeah, and all of a sudden, Conville starting to fall back. Clear by 0.8 of a second. 15 to go. Slight lap traffic, though. John Wilco will be very respectful, I'm sure. And if you're Madigan, though, you need to run as many laps as you can. Because let's say we don't get the white. Let's say we get a caution. If it's 3 to go, green, white, checkered, sure, Walker Thomas will both on a set of tires. But even someone as good as him cannot pass 16 cars in 2 laps at Charlotte. I just don't see that happening. But
I was gonna pose the same.
10 laps to go. Yeah, I'd give it to him. They just got a long lap. You're just trying to count down these laps. You want the white flag. You want it to just be as close as possible. Should that caution come out, because there is a bit of a tire lottery right at the end of this thing, and it's very close. But if a caution comes out now, you lose the race. Might not even finish on the podium. When you look at this driver timeline dominance from Joseph Madigan. Just trying to hang on. Fastest lap of the race, Joseph Madigan by 0.5 over Aaron Mack, who I don't think will get the finish he will have deserved. Well, that's the 5-lap average, my apologies, but the best lap overall, also to Joseph Madigan. So when you look at the 5-lap average, that actually does tell a story here down the stretch. Lindgren now to P2, and essentially matching your race leader. Aaron Mack would love a caution because he's running good times right now. Running same times as the leader. Just about. Within a tenth of a second.
I'm watching this battle for P5 right now. Moynihan all over Packard. Coming to the inside. I mean, best battle on track right now. These three just right there next to each other.
Loose. Kleba able to not hit him. Not hook him down the back straightaway. He should have a run, and he's clear into the 6th position. A little bit further back, Chris Claude, Keith Black, that's 14th and 15th. Black had to get out of it. He was a little bit tight, and they'll still be side by side as they cross the stripe. Keith Claude plus 20. Packard plus 23 is your biggest mover as it stands. And he's just been everywhere. Tonight. Drivers that desperately want a caution inside of 10 to go. 83, 67, we're banking on it. They have a set still in pit road, and all they can do is battle each other. They get a caution now, I'd still argue they'd be fighting for the race win. This would be the side-by-side battle for the win, but they need a caution for Ronto. Things are slightly spread out. These two are the closest battle, along with each other. But again, if these two want to wreck each other, that doesn't do any good for them either. So it has to. They have to have somebody else do it for them. But it is all of a sudden very spread out. Gap between your top two a second. Lindgren matching, not closing in like he was right before these most recent cautions. 7 to go. Good to see Ethan Ball having a good run. Claude finally got by. Keith Black pulled away, and Brockman into the top 15. Kleba just got by McConville like he was standing still there. 0.3 of a second. He actually ran the fastest lap of anybody last race, or last lap. Race leader, but 6 to go. Needs a little bit of help. 2.6 back. Madigan comfortable at 1 second. Half a second clear of Wishin, who is 1 second clear of Kleba. Final couple of battles all being decided within the top 10. Minto trying to close in on Corey Burkett. Doing a nice job here tonight, plus 20. Oh, look at Richette. He's plus 27. Excuse me. He is your biggest mover. He also has a set of tires. 5 to go. I think at this point, right, especially now coming to 4 to go, you gotta feel pretty good that you've staved off a tire lottery. Because it's going to be in that green-white checkered territory. All of a sudden, right at the end, they were able to go green. Not what Hansen, McCorkle, Thomas wanted to see. Not what Elliott Henderson wanted to see. Caution upended his night a little bit. Lindgren making impressions by the thousandth and hundredths of seconds, but not enough. Limited 2 laps to go. Moynihan and McConville going at it. Battle for the last spot in the top 5. Gap has been pegged at 1 second. Madigan doing what he needs to do.
Every few laps there, Lindgren would like.
I got an off-track notification for Minto, and I was very scared, but he cut the trial. There's no caution. We stay green.
I mean, that would be devastating.
That would be something else, but Madigan powering off turn 4. He will get to see the white flag. Race is official. Packard gets a black flag, I think, for incident limit. It popped up on the last lap.
What? Did he cut?
I don't know. I didn't
Is
see anything.
he touching the wall?
I got a black flag notification for Packard.
Yeah, I mean, he taps the wall, like, out of 4.
Oh, boy. But Madigan, utter dominance tonight at Charlotte, and will get his first win in only his 5th attempt tonight. Lindgren, Wishon, Klebo, Moynihan, and Packard, here he comes. Brutal at the end. Moynihan 5th. Rich Jett promotes him into the top 10. Packard loses 13th. Brockman chugging to the line. And Packard holds on to 14th.
I mean, I talked about it, like, earlier.
Oh, track race right to the line. McCorkle gets 18th. Nick Hansen 19th. Walker Thomas in 17th. Did not get the caution they needed. And Joseph Madigan, you take a look at the lap leaders. I mean, just dominated. Swept the stages. Won the race. Your pole sitter.
It is about time.
The best lap of the night. I mean, the perfect evening. Except for about the 30-something laps he did not lead. Welcome to the NSRL and Monday Night NASCAR, Joseph Madigan. We knew he was good, but this is, I mean, even if he didn't win the night, he passed 100 cars in his debut. It's weird that he DNQ'd Talladega, but 3rd, 2nd, and 1st in his last 3 races, so.
I mean, he might be able to lock him. Like, he's got to be really close to that top 30 in points.
It should be in it after tonight, so he's locked in going forward. Congratulations, Joseph Madigan. What a bummer for Pack. Hits the wall, gets that 2X, and pops the incident limit coming to the white flag. Goes from 7th to 14th.
I mean, it's a long race. There was a lot of 1Xs. Like, 1X making it 17 is still a penalty.
Mm-hmm. What a race. And we will get to ask Madigan about, he's got the identical paint scheme to Dean Thompson. We'll get to ask him about that a little bit. But like, hey, what's the connection there?
It's like, I mean, hey, he gonna keep showing up?
Tell him to watch the broadcast? Think I'm kidding.
I mean,
Hey, listen.
Hey, you want to put us out there? Be like, hey, these guys are great, or at least one of them's great.
Mm-hmm. And he pops the motor. Check that car in post-race inspection. It can't simply be legal. Let's go ahead and...
He's having himself a good time in Jar. Okay, he's finally moved. Or did you move him?
I did not move him.
All right, just say win.
All right, win. Here with your race winner tonight, the 66 of Joseph Madigan. His 5th attempt, his 5th race in his debut season, and he gets it done in utterly dominating fashion. Congratulations.
Thank you. This wouldn't be possible without my crew chief, Ryan Honeycutt, in race crew chief. That is, he was doing two things at once. And not gonna lie, I didn't think I would get emotional. Not gonna lie, but Kyle was my favorite guy, and he meant a lot to me, and he's the only reason I got into racing. So um, this one is definitely for him. Um, um, and yeah, finally one goes our way.
Absolutely. Kind of funny looking back on it. I know your first race here, Kansas, you passed 170 cars or something like that.
73.
It felt like a lot more. You get DNQ'd at Talladega in the wild card qualifying that is. Come back at Texas, get involved in the Ranky real quick there too. Third at Watkins Glen, second last week at Dover, and then finally at the top step of the podium here. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I got lucky there with no yellow. Looks like Henderson would have beat everybody. Had a caution come out late, so yeah, just thankful that one went my way, and it was fun racing everybody that I did up there. It was a clean race from my perspective. So yeah, I'd just like to thank all the JR TCR guys, my teammates Dean and Ryan, and you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Yeah, what's the connection there with Mr. Dean Thompson, full time O'Reilly's? You got the identical paint scheme there. What's the connection?
Just a buddy of mine. And he saw the broadcast, and I was like, "Want to race?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, it looks fun." So
let me know what he
race
says
didn't
about
go
the
as
broadcast.
smoothly.
I'm curious.
His race didn't go as smoothly as
Yeah.
mine, so that sucks. Both of my teammates didn't have great teammates on the Magic Motorsports side of it didn't go great, but yeah, no, I'll get back to you. But yeah, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully, I heard what was it? I heard you guys are only covered for Nashville next week, and then after that is uncovered.
I think so, but that's kind of
Okay. Well,
discussion with
I'll
our boss.
yeah, we'll talk it up with the boss, and I appreciate the broadcast every week. I know my family likes it. I like watching back the broadcast, so I'll try to pitch in if I can. Any way to help you guys out because you do a phenomenal job.
Appreciate the kind words. Congratulations again. It was exciting because obviously you led 160 something laps, but you had to fight for it ultimately. Though you had some really good battles there with Lindgren, McConville, even Dean Thompson at one point. He was ahead of you. It's kind of just a cycling through of different guys, and they didn't let you scamper away too far tonight. I know you lead the most laps, but you were never really more than a second ahead of anybody.
No, I wasn't, and I gotta I gotta thank Wishin, Lindgren. I know McConville was close there, and Brock had a little moment with me with like 20 to go. So yeah, I mean it was clean racing overall. I know we all appreciate that. At least up at the front, we appreciate that after last week. So yeah, we good race.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week at Nashville, I believe, right?
All right, I believe so.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
Yep. Here with your runner-up tonight, the 85 machine of Zach Lindgren, an overall solid night. Kept out of a lot of the trouble that we saw, and really just a consistent top 5 car, top 10 car. Really, I'd just say top 5 even. But very good long run speed in that 85. Challenge for the race win late. Challenge for lead at several other times tonight. And ends up with a solid P2. Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, the car was really good. He was just way too solid on that final run. There's a couple times where I felt like my car could compete, but I think we were just so even that when he got out to that big jump right there on that last run, it was all said and done. I was overdriving it a bit, trying to see if I could make up time or do something different just to see if time can get made up somewhere if I was losing it somewhere, and nothing really stuck. I didn't keep up with adjustments all too well, but with all things considered, with how the few weeks have gone, just with all the wrecking and getting stuck in it, it was good to have a good clean night, a good solid night, not get stuck in anything, and overall just come away with a P2.
Yeah, qualified P5, ends up P2, so and really just inside that top 5 for most of the evening. Right before our last couple of cautions, I mean, you were right there. I'd say arguably a tiny bit quicker than Madigan before that last kind of string of cautions and that green flag run to the end. But you were challenging for the race lead, so definitely good speed in that 85 tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I think we had something to challenge him. The fog and everything kind of setting in, that may not have been the best for the car. I think when the sun was out, the car was really good. And when the fog kind of rolled in, the sun went away, the car kind of did its own thing. It was good a couple corners and bad a couple corners. And again, it may have just been me, just trying to drive it a little bit harder, hoping that with the cooler temps, there might be a little bit more grip. But all in all, again, to be up there challenging for it, to be on his bumper a couple times, and to have a chance to go at it, that's all I really asked for. Didn't really pan out tonight, but again, can't be too mad with a P2. We'll just keep grinding, and hopefully at some point we'll be in victory lane talking to you.
Absolutely, but yeah, I thought with the fog one, is like, is there another rain out on the calendar? I didn't know what was going on. It was dark up in the booth tonight.
Raining so hard, it's made it to the sim, buddy.
I was like, well, good luck, everybody else. But yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that, just with the changeable conditions. Obviously, I know we do the open setups and the adjustments itself, but also the conditions change. We do the full length race, right? We go from the middle of the afternoon, later in the evening, and all that. So it just makes for good stuff overall, and drivers have to keep up with it. Fun for sure.
Oh, 1000% agree. It's really fun to have to both keep up with the track, keep up with the car, keep up with everyone around you. I mean, it's really easy to kind of be like, okay, my car is good for this run, and just kind of stick with it. And, the next 50, 60 laps, you're 5-10 seconds behind people. So it's actually really fun to try to keep up with the adjustments, try to keep up with everyone around you. If you go bad one way, you kind of know where just everything kind of culminating together is really fun, especially with the track changing too. Like I said, I think it kind of bit us, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain with a P2.
So congratulations again, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Appreciate it. Just want to give a huge shout out to everyone at Elite Motorsports. Jared, Brad, Jeremy, Walker, Nathan, Dustin, he's been jumping in with us, so it's really good to have him. We've raced with him before, so it's really good to have him back and just jumping in with us. He's a solid racer, obviously. P4 tonight, that's awesome for him. So, everyone at Elite Motorsports, you up here in the booth doing what you do. There's a million things you could probably be doing on a Monday night, and instead you broadcast this league, so we very much appreciate it. All the league admins dedicating their time to it. This is a really fun league. We look forward to it every week. So just a huge shout out to the admins. PRS, Premium Racing Setups, for the amazing setups that they give us. Obviously, we had speed tonight, just maybe not race winning speed right there at the end, but hey, I can't get mad. It's a damn good setup. So a huge shout out to them. NASCAR Diecast fans for being on the car. They're one of my biggest supporters, and that's all I got.
Absolutely. Congratulations. We'll see you next week at Nashville.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Here with your third place finisher tonight, Jared. Wishing we thought, honestly, we were one of the first. It was like, oh, there's him spinning out. Can he save it? He's looking like he's going to come back up towards the track right at the start of the race. It could have been catastrophe, but able to lock it down, settle back in, and you end up on the podium here tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, we definitely had an adventure down the backstretch tonight, so got lucky. I think I just missed the wall where the Roval cuts out there on the backstretch on the second one, and was able to get it spun back around and get just a little bit of left rear damage on that one. So we definitely got lucky to be able to keep going. I haven't looked at what happened with the 5, but I don't know if he didn't know I was outside or if I got there late and just ran me in the wall, and luckily that one was no damage, but the second one, I think we got like a minute or so, but got it fixed and flipped the stage and got a little bit of track position, and we was able to stay up there.
They're really able to kind of, that was curious. The flipping the stage, a lot of guys were able to do that, and then it kind of turned the race on its head just a little bit because they were able to stay there most of the evening. It got them good track position and ahead of a lot of the chaos that took place at the early part of stage 2.
Yeah, for my setup tonight, I just I couldn't complete the passes in 3. Like, I was really good on the bottom in 1 and 2 to get under somebody, but then I couldn't ever complete it. So I was just kind of stuck wherever I was at. Like I needed to like run the top to be able to pass people, and I just couldn't do it. So wherever I got put is usually where I stayed until we got to a long run. And I was actually able to complete some of my other corners, but I was just stuck in the back. So I didn't really want to stay out with the majority and then get put back there. So I just decided to flip it and then hopefully get track position. And it worked out, I think, on both stages for us. But yeah, I got lucky with the cautions coming before the stage to be able to pick up some track position.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the podium again here tonight, and we'll let you get any shout-outs soon if you have any.
Yeah, I just want to thank all my teammates at Elite Motorsports because that was definitely not enjoyable after the 2 backstretch adventures, and I was pretty much done with the race. So they kind of kept me in it and kept me focused, and was able to pick up the spots there. And we had a good car. I just had to drive it and not be upset with it. But yeah, I just want to thank all them guys for the support, you guys for broadcasting, and Chris for putting the league on.
Absolutely. Congratulations, and we'll see you again next week at Nashville.
Thank you.
So the main takeaway, and I have to do it because he said it. He's like, yeah, Dean Thompson saw the broadcast and won the race. I'll take that. Right? That's, that's pretty cool. That is just, it's cool the way that stuff works out a little bit, isn't it? It has to be.
I mean,
it is cool.
It's always cool when our stuff gets seen by people in the actual industry. Maybe not necessarily my stuff because, but like when YJ Media itself, and we do have some stuff on here,
On
like
the brand.
me doing like the Wreckfest stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
questionable. But as iRacing commentary, I believe we're one of the best. I believe you are the best, and like because we've had our stuff out there before. We've had clips go through actual like iRacing channels, whether it be not top 10s or one of the best Indy 500 finishes of all time with the Rod Car 500.
Mm-hmm. It's been a very enjoyable experience, and I hope to do this for we're not done yet. Hopefully, continue to build and keep going onwards and upwards. But 0 green flag lead changes. But like I said, we did have the flipping of the stages and a little bit of strategy. So we had 5 different leaders, just not under green. Taking a look there, just 1.2 seconds and 1.8 separating your top 3. But you look at Rich Jett, your hard charger. Madigan, most laps led, fastest lap, pole position, swept the stages. So yeah, utter dominance, but again, not that he was 23 seconds ahead or whatever. He did have to work for it a little bit from time to time. Had to fend off Packard with 20 to go, making that lunge. Lindgren was right there nipping at his heels at times tonight. Same with McConville. So just he had the track position, was able to get out in front and get gone. A crazy race of attrition, though, for the bottom half of this field. Jordan Smith only doing 12 laps due to connectivity issues. Brett Kingcott, Michael Lawton coming together on lap 38. And then it kind of kicked off from there. But you see it as the results will filter back around. Only, I believe, it was 18 cars on the lead lap. Aaron Mack was the first car 1 lap down. Packard, it says he's 20th, but I guess because he didn't get his penalty cleared or something. But yeah, Wilco on just massive attrition at the bottom half of this field. But looking forward to tomorrow night. The truck should deliver another solid event. Charlotte tomorrow night, and then we're back next Monday night for Nashville. So see you tomorrow night, same time, and then back again next Monday. Y'all take care.